Hey, everybody! This is a chance to have a Zen moment. We are on list 4. Hey, on our 52 list for happiness. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to have some happiness, and I am chasing it as fast as I possibly can to make sure that I can hold on to my happiness. And I also realize that happiness is a mindset. You have to decide that you're going to not allow all the crap that flies around to get in between you and your happiness. So that's why I'm exploring right now the 52 lists of happiness and sharing it with you. So list 4 is our next episode, and it's the list of things that get you out of your head. And I'm adding to my happiness by exploring these 52 lists, and I had to think a minute about this list because of the way it was phrased in the journal. So I have to share this book, the 52 Lists of Happiness. How do you like my real high-tech way of doing that? That's what I think is just so comical. I hope you find it kind of fun. But anyway, this is a chance to create your 52 lists of happiness and what make you happy. And I have a lot of fun sharing some things that make me happy, and hopefully they will inspire you. So in this book, list 4 is list the things that get you out of your head. And I had to go, what in the heck does that mean? Well, it means that it's not an effort to do these things for yourself. Although it may take some work to be able to accomplish them or carve out some time if you're a type A person and you want to accomplish a lot of stuff, you may have to literally schedule family dinners. You may have to literally schedule going to the gym. You may have to literally schedule, dadgummit, I'm taking a soak bath tonight. I'm going to have a nice beverage of my choosing. I'm going to turn the lights down. I'm going to light a candle. I'm getting my favorite bubble bath, and I'm turning the hot water on till there's so many bubbles in the tub you can't find me. And I'm just going to sit in there till the water gets cold. I'm just saying, that's what getting out of your head is, where you can actually put some time aside for some R&R and what you want to do in that time, where you're not having to concentrate on what all you're trying to accomplish or what needs to be done, and basically take a freaking adult timeout. Who doesn't need that? I certainly do. So I thought it would be fun to share some things, maybe to inspire you. Your list may be different. You may want to go all hardcore and compete in Iron Man, which I think is crazy, but if that makes you happy, do it till you can't stand it anymore. Or if you want to paint or draw, go break out your favorite paint and whatever you want to put your paint on and have a party. In my list, I felt that these are some of the things that make me happy. Those are just some ideas I'm spitballing for you to help you think about. Hope you get a piece of paper, maybe after you listen to the podcast or watch it as a video cast, and make your list of things that help you get out of your head. Here's some ideas. Being at the beach and watching the water. There is just something about being at the beach for me and watching the water and knowing that my only agenda is to make sure that I get sunscreen on And when is my next meal? And do I have a cold beverage to drink? And am I sitting or laying on something comfortable? So I get to not think when I'm around ocean water, and I hope you get some not think time. Here's another idea. My husband is just bonkers about going into the woods. So here's an idea. Being on a mountaintop and just watching the clouds. When I was a kid, my sister and I, we used to lay in the field. We had a farm. And when we would lay in the field, we sometimes had a blanket, sometimes not. We were just those kids. And we would watch the clouds and make up stories about what they were, or make up stories, period. I also thought, or still think, that it's fun to learn about other artists or creators and actually find out the backstory of their art. You can see some things that are around my office a little bit that are art related. Maybe I need to do a tour of my art bowl. I love to hear the backstory of the creation that an artist makes. Sometimes you're not thinking, you just have these things lying around and you want to use them. And I think that is the most amazing part about being an artist, is that you take all these things that you don't think go together, and through the alchemy of your brilliant mind, you come up with something that's even more amazing than that one individual thing and create something completely different. Who knew? All right. And then the other thing that I like to do, and my body is not as good as it used to be, but I love yoga. I love it because I have to think about breathing and think about where my shoulders are and where my arms are positioned and how to stretch myself to get the most out of a pose that I'm trying to hold while I'm doing all of that. It sounds really simple. Oh, just stand there, for God's sakes. But it's more than that. It's being aware of your body and what parts are stronger than others, and how your air and breathing impacts your ability to maybe hold that pose or do that move. So it's really interesting, if you haven't done it, maybe to explore yoga. Then one of my other things is just walking in the woods. And there's a whole movie and probably bukus of videos out there called Grounding. And it's about literally putting your feet on the dirt and how that changes your body at a molecular level. We are energy manufacturing machines. So think about the negative and the positive energy that you're giving off and receiving from others. And maybe you need to take an adult timeout, take your shoes off, and go stand in the yard for a minute. Soak up some of the energy that you can get from actually just putting your feet in the dirt. I loved as a kid on the farm to walk into a freshly plowed field. If you've never done it, I highly recommend that you do it. It is the best feeling for your toes when it's warm outside and the dirt is freshly plowed. It's cool to the touch, and it just does something. I can't explain it, but it's shifting for your energy. And I love doing that. I don't get to do it often now because my parents sold the farm that we grew up on, and My husband does have a little garden in the backyard that he tills up with a tiller, but I've been so busy lately, I can't even get out there to put my toes in the dirt yet. And today it's cold and rainy. Anyway, you might want to try that sometime. I love to paint and draw, and there's something meditative about taking a color crayon as an adult and just coloring it in a coloring book. I think kids now in all this digital space are missing out on the exploration of color, the tactile experience of a crayon on paper, learning how to create something with your fingers and another something, playing in the dirt, all that kind of fun stuff that I did as a kid. I hope to introduce my grandchildren and great grandchildren to, of which I'm a great grandmother. I know it's kind of surprising, but hey, I get started early. But anyway, I thought it would be fun to get out of my head and take an adult timeout and set aside some time for an adult timeout where I could find my happy place and drag you along. So thanks for letting me entertain you and help you get out of your head. So I'm Denise Reed, and I am chasing happiness fiercely, and it's the little things like this that can make the biggest difference. And hey, it's just my point of view. Have a great day.